Well, if you're living under a rock, you'll know that the establishment is deciding what will be debated, what information is legitimate, and what information is not legitimate. Now, I was debating Kyle Rittenhouse, who the establishment, not the majority of human beings, thinks that what he did was not a clear act of self-defense. And I guess this is the way in which we are, I guess they want to force us to look at things the way they want us to see them. They do not believe in a fair trial. They believe in prosecution by mob. And this is what we're dealing with right now. I guess it's kind of sad. But I got into a little bit of, I guess, debate or argument with some of these individuals. I did say Trevor Noah is a South African Marxist, which kind of is. And this person said, you are either insane, a really stupid brainwashed person, or a troll. Which do I choose? I said, I'm a free-thinking person who believes in the First and Second Amendments. Perhaps the brainwashed person is you. Let me take a look here. Okay, that wasn't... I'm going to go further down. Oh, here we go. This one was a doozy of a one where I had... I said, self-defense is a right no matter where you are. I said, and this person says, Mikey, I forget their name, but they said, what were the victims armed with? Well, one of them was, although it does not matter because they were the aggressors in the situation. Once a person initiates force, they should be under no obligation to fight with any rules or regulations. For only a slave doesn't fight with everything they have when faced with physical harm. Surprised no one liked that, but that's on one of the Young Turks sites. So let's show more. Well, then answer this question. This is a person by the name, I won't say her name, but another person that asked me, Transparency and Merit, Brian, a question. Well, answer this question. Why was he in a state that he doesn't even live in with a loaded weapon? And I said, why not? In a free nation, People should be able to go where they want with a loaded weapon. And if you choose to pick a fight with that person, he has the right to use whatever means necessary for self-defense. Don't want to get hurt? Don't pick a fight. And she says, I don't care how you sugarcoat it. He went there with intent. And I asked, where's your proof? And she says, why can't you answer my question? Why go to a protest in another state with a gun that big? Or, oh, he just wanted to watch the show and show everybody he has a big gun. Wow. Believe what you want to believe. And I state it should be the right of any free citizen to be able to arm themselves in a free society. It should be the right of any citizen, any free citizen, to be able to arm themselves in a free society. That person should be able to travel where he wants. Your gun should be able to go with you. Have gun, will travel. In any other case, yes. This one, no like. And like I said, if you can clearly see that he went there with the intent of trying to hide behind the amendment to justify the young man's stupidity, then you're part of the problem. You're part of the problem more than he is. So stating that I'm more of the problem than she is. Okay. And I state this. Self-defense, and the right to bear arms is a given right to us by our creators, one should be able to meet encroachment with deadly force. The kind of self-defense is a human right and a God-given right. Like I don't necessarily know if I believe in God, but the Constitution said, we are created, we have these rights by our Creator. And who's your Creator? The NRA? I've read the Bible and I have not seen a scripture saying anything of that sort. You can just stop while you're ahead. My mother and father are my creators, and they taught me only a slave doesn't fight with everything they have. Do you think people have the right to encroach on another person? And she said, she doesn't answer. She says, regardless, the boy was out looking for trouble, and he found it, point blank. The same could be said with the rioters. Mobocracy has no place in a civilized nation. One should be able to be able to travel freely as they see fit, and not be aggressed by a violent mob. And she said, apparently you live in your own little bubble. You need to get off the internet. Let your brain rest a minute. Let common sense in. But I said what I believe, and I'm not going back and forth with you. This agenda you're trying to put out there. Apparently, he did something wrong. Who says, yeah, by your standards, he shouldn't even be. I mean, the truth is, this man shouldn't even be charged. When you're walking away and people try to attack you, and you use a firearm, you have every right to do that. And some people said, because he's an American and he has the right to travel freely and carry guns. I'm just looking at more. You believe what you want to believe. He went there with intent, so y'all can keep dragging my name all you want. It's not going to change my opinion. Yeah, well, she's just a person that doesn't want to, that doesn't necessarily want to listen to logic and reason, you know. And those that believe that Kyle Rittenhouse is guilty are not necessarily listening to logic and reason. And my tacos that I'm waiting for, the time continues to be later and later. And that does happen when you travel for food. I'm not really that hungry right now, so it's not that bad. But I don't know if my reading the statements made much sense. Sometimes I get a little ahead of myself, but yeah, I think we're living in rather crazy and unintellectual times. At least the establishment doesn't have intellect, but they have a lot of power. I think most people don't agree with what the establishment is putting forth. But again, they control the economic checkbook. And I don't know not only if civilized Americans, but the civilized world will take a stand against them. They seem pretty nasty and awful. But whatever happens will happen. This will not be the first time that a country goes into an authoritarian or a totalitarian mode. And persecution of human beings is nothing new. And people always have reasons for persecution, and they will always try to justify their reasons. And what are you going to do about it? Anyway, this has been Brian with Transparency and Merit. Like and subscribe, leave a comment down below, and as always, keep well.